Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy on him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. Stay with me. Brokenness is not just for sinners. Brokenness is a state of your heart that declares your consistent dependence on God. That is what brokenness is. It is a posture, a heart posture that declares your continuous dependence on God. This is the heart posture of those that God will use in this generation. It is the heart posture revealed in Psalms 139 and verse 23. Search me, O Lord. Know my heart. Know my thoughts. And see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Search me, O Lord. Know my heart. See if there be any wicked way in me. You don't have to manifest it yet, but it can be there. It can be there waiting for you until you become a millionaire. Until you have $1 billion in your account, it can be there waiting. Nobody knows that a day will come, you will insult a woman the age of your mother. And because you don't have money yet. Nobody knows that a day will come because you are now the CEO of a multinational. You will speak to a man the age of a father as though you were talking to a baby. Search me, O Lord. Brokenness is the first thing you will see. That a man is in the secret place. That a man has been in the secret place. Who can tell that David will one day kill his friend Uriah and then marry his wife? Brokenness is the number one proof that you are a man of the secret place. I found out that sin is not just what destroys men. No. It is the pride of an unbroken heart before God. It is not weakness. It is not weakness and limitations that destroy men. It is the pride of an unbroken heart before God. Any man can always be restored if they are broken. But there is this thing pride does. One of the things you would see in a man who has been long away from the secret place is the presence of pride. Because a broken man cannot be proud. If you see a man who is broken and contrite before God, you have seen a man whose rising cannot be stopped by any force whatsoever. Nathan came to David and told David, why have you despised the word of the Lord and done this horrible thing? You have murdered Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and you have stolen his wife. This was the subject of the king coming to come and deliver this dangerous prophecy to the king. You would expect the king to become angry and say, Nathan, what kind of prophecy is this you have? Do you know who you are talking to? You are talking to the king. David could even say, don't let anybody hear. There are all kinds of things all kinds of ways this man with so much power could have responded. You know how he chose to respond? He chose not to be defensive. He chose not to give an excuse. He could have easily said, oh, it was a moment of weakness. It was the weakness of the flesh. It's not my fault. We are all humans. You have never done anything bad yourself. No. The man immediately, in the presence of the prophet, went on his knees and said, I have sinned against the Lord. This is a king. This is a king. He cried unto the Lord for mercy immediately, a broken and a contrite heart. It is why I told you that sin is not the thing that destroys men. It is the pride of an unbroken heart. Saul never took anybody's wife. Saul never killed anybody unjustly. Yet the man you call a man after God's own heart killed, murdered, and stole somebody's wife. Defied the law of God countless of times. Yet Saul tried to be perfect. And the man who was not morally bankrupt became an enemy of God. The one who had several failures in his morality became a man after his own heart. Do you even know what a man after God's heart is? Because we say it so carelessly. But it has become a cliche. David was a man after God's own heart. But we've never really sat down to analyze that statement. A man after God's heart. In other words, it is possible to be after God's several things. You can be after God's money. You can be after God's gold. You can be after God's crowd, God's influence, God's success, God's fame. That was what Saul was after. So when Samuel came, the same way Nathan came to confront the king Saul and told Saul, why have you done this kind of a thing? Saul was more concerned about retaining his kingdom than he was about fixing his way with God. For no reason did he say, God have mercy. He said, please ensure I don't lose my kingdom. He was after God's own kingdom, was what he was after. That was the pursuit of his heart. But when God found a man in the wilderness, and God saw that this man only wanted him and nothing else, God said, I will give you everything. A broken and a contrite heart. A heart malleable enough to be touched by the Spirit. Who at the instance of wrongdoing, you cannot bear to grieve the Spirit of God. You become broken before Him. That is a heart that can attract the presence of God to a man. That's why you look at men who don't have an advantage, and by reason of their physical qualifications, they shouldn't have the result that they do. Yet God ignores all of that and uses them mightily, giving them global relevance. And you wonder why. I have found a man after my heart. When you find out the secret of some of those men, you will find out they came to God and told God, God, if you are to depend only on my teaching, my teaching cannot make these men grow. I've not even been to university. I don't even have qualifications. Yet you have called me into ministry at this my age. Can you put something on my words? Can you give me grace and power? I know in my strength I can do nothing. And God sees their heart and says, because of this brokenness and contriteness, I will make your words heavy, such that none of your words will ever fall to the ground. So such a man will stand, and they will come and tell him, Sir, thieves have come to steal our generator, and service is in 30 minutes. And the man will declare, Àtàwọn àti generator wọ́n á sínwín débi ni. And in less than 20 minutes, a boss will drive the generator and the thieves, 3 of them, with blood all over, back to the church where they stole from. Because apparently as they were driving, the one beside just suddenly beat the ear of the other one. And madness struck all of them immediately. Because a man said, Àtàwọn. God did not want to know if it was in English or Yoruba. All God wanted to know is that I have put authority in your words. Your words will never fall to the ground. It's not because you pray so much. It is because you have come to me broken and contrite. And I've chosen to honor whatever you say. That if you say it, it will happen as you have said it.